Okay, we're back in Weymouth. We could go downtown, take a look. I was going to go up to Weymouth North, but maybe we'll go downtown for a minute. Magazine. Yeah, let's get a little view of Weymouth here. Charge my bike up here. We got a charging place here. All right, so I'm gonna have to cut the video because I want to use my selfie stick to take some photographs. Welcome back. We're here where we ended. We're starting where we ended. We're still in Weymouth at the Weymouth Waterfront Library, and geez, what do they call this? I forget now. For sort of like a tourist area for New France. Sorry, I forget the name, and it's not posted outside, but little gift shop and everything. So we're going to take a quick tour of the town of Weymouth, and if you look straight ahead here, I'll come in the back where it's really nice along the waterfront. But let's just go through the town. It'll only take a minute. Today there's not much traffic on a Sunday. Get to meet lots of people I haven't seen in years, so don't hold your breath, or actually you can hold your breath. We won't be very long through the town here. Main Street, Weymouth, the main drag. All right, let's cut in around the back. Some really nice improvements have been done along the waterfront. And a good thing too, because he'll just stop some erosion and flooding. I'll just go up on here. Look at that, nice little place to sit. There's little kiosks, billboards about the Electric City, New France, which was just suggested that maybe I should do the New France drive and record that sometime, and I think I will. I don't know if I'll have time to do that tomorrow. Picnic tables, places to sit. Talks about Weymouth Motors too, which is nice. Weymouth Motors used to be a big booming place here. Sold cars, repairs and everything, but times change. So here we are back again, Weymouth Waterfront Library. So let's hit Weymouth North and Fort Point. Maybe we'll go and check that out. Alrighty. I'm not going to use the roadway. I'm going to use the sidewalk as long as there's no people on it. A little dangerous. I don't like roads anywhere. I don't care where it is. I'm in no rush anyway. I'll take my time here. Puppy dog wants to see me. Alrighty, let's get back over here. Nobody on the sidewalk, so I'm going to be smart and use the sidewalk. The Sissebu River. And this would be, well, a long time ago known as Weymouth Bridge. I can remember the old bridge maybe from the early 70s as a young child, but yeah, it's been a long time now. Grantham Bell store on the left, where this opening is up ahead. That burned, oh geez, how many years ago? 10 years? I don't know. 10 years ago it burned down. Goodwin Hotel. And this is the trail to Digby that we took a couple days ago. I'm going to cross over onto the sidewalk where it's safer. Do a little sidewalk tour. I hear they're going to replace these sidewalks soon, so let's get a before and an after. Weymouth post office. And to our right, this decommissioned church is now the Electric City New France office in a historical society. Geez, you know, my memory's not always the best. Correct me in the comments. I appreciate clarification. Only got my brain with me, not Google. The Weymouth Consolidated High School, or Weymouth Consolidated School now. It used to be primary to 12 when I went there. The newer part's been torn down, part of it, the newer part. That's where I would have been in grade, what, 9, 10, and 11? 8, 9, 10, 11? And the field. See the field below the railing. So we're in Weymouth, headed to Weymouth North, for those that aren't from here. There is kind of a nice wide bicycle lane here. I'll use that probably on the way back, but the roads are narrow here. And some people tend to drive a bit fast. Cross over now. There's no traffic. A little wider on this side. They put like a bicycle sort of path with the sidewalk. I remember in the 80s people were really upset about tax dollars going towards the sidewalk, and I think it's benefited the community because a lot of people walk this sidewalk and get exercise. That's a good thing. I know it's a lot of money, but you know, could be worse things to spend it on. We won't be doing any 40 or 60 kilometers today. It's not a long distance here. It's actually quite short. ahead is the Weymouth Spring, and I'm going to go by really slow and explain. This is not pumped. It's a natural artesian well. Jones's Bottling used to be here on the right. And look, there's a long story about Johnny Jones and the pop factory putting an artesian or putting access to water in times of drought, or even when I lived here and there was no drought. I would drink this water. It's like amazing water. It was tested. I remember Johnny Jones tested it way back in the 80s, and it was really, really good water. And you can see people haul it for their wells during the drought. People show up with containers and fill them, as I would, even though we had good well water. This water was just amazing. So anyway, enough of that. I'm going to move on. There's no traffic coming, so we'll head out now, and we'll head down to Fort Point is our next stop. A lot of the growth on the left has blocked the beauty of the river over the years. It has grown up in my lifetime. You used to be able to see the river here. Now you only get glimpses of it. Weymouth Funeral Home, or James Funeral Home. We're getting very, very close to where I spent most of my life. I used to mow this lawn as a teenager to make money. There's a little bit of view of the bridge for the 101 to Yarmouth. We'll be going under that shortly. Before we go to Fort Point Road, I'm gonna take a detour up the Lent Road. Now, this is where I was brought up, right here in this neighborhood. The Wagners used to live on right here, the Wagners. It used to be Sid and Flora Wagner. He drove a taxi. She made some awesome donuts that I grew up on. I'd run up through this field from my house up here to where Jimmy Smith was. The house is long gone now. Sandy Kapoor and Nina, the Kapoors, teachers. Nellie and Franklin Tario used to skate on the pond up here. It's probably all grown in. You know what Mother Nature's like, probably no more pond. Now most of this was the Terrio's field. Now there's houses in here, which is kind of nice. I mean, fields are good, but sometimes houses and their landscaping looks pretty. I remember one time he spread fish from his fish plant in the soil and tilled it in. Look, there are literally millions of flies. Those, what do they call them? Those ones that look kind of have a greenish tinge. The ones that like fish. I forget the technical name. Up here at the corner, there was a house here. It's torn down. And there was like a lot of them. It was crazy. So here we are on the new road. So Lent Road connects to the new road from Weymouth North. Weymouth North used to be the only road to get to Yarmouth, where I grew up. Tractor trailers and everything used to go by there. So never paved. This has been dirt road since I was a child. We had these things called 10 and 12 speeds with skinny tires, and one day I'm coming down by the Kapoor's house and I hit the brakes and went over the handlebars. Look, I don't know how you do it as a younger person, but I ate gravel, saved my face, no helmet, scun up my legs and arms. Oh, they healed in a couple of weeks. A little bit of gravel rash. Stop here for a second and get some photos for my good friend James Dean Smith. So let's do this one right here, and I'll get him one of the Lent Road from memory. There. I'm not going to stop everything for the 360 just yet. He'll appreciate this. Alright, now let's head down. Obviously, we're in Weymouth North now. Yeah, there's a field I used to toboggan on the hill. Doesn't look like a big hill right now, like it did when I was a child. So yeah, here's the house just up here where I was brought up with the original pavement. Oh, I got stories to tell you about what went on around there. And my mother's house is on the left. The old barn's fallen in after all these years. That barn's got to be 100 years old or more. So yeah, there's a field there. I can't really get a good view of it. We used to have a garden right in here. Okay, we're gonna have to go left, so of course it's 60 through here, but I'm gonna be careful because, hey, not everyone follows the speed limit. Alright, let's cross over. I just want to get a good view of here. Actually, I'm gonna stop. I hate stopping the video because it means I have to splice the darn thing together. But this is a really good spot where I want to get some photos with the selfie stick. So, if I stitch this... Okay, we're back. We're recording? Yes, we are. So, let's continue on. Try not to get run over. Smell of the ocean. Yeah, that path is pretty beaten down. I'd like to get on the beach, but I think I'll go over this way. Over by the rocks. You can get down here anywhere, really. I want a good view. Looking for a good view. A little brook comes out here. Just a little trickle. Yeah, maybe. Oh, I might stop here. Oh, I'll have to turn the camera off again so I can get some shots. Low tide too. Got a few videos and some photos of this little beach. There, password my bike, so it's pretty hard to steal a bike that weighs 80 pounds. So I shut the computer off, effectively locking it, makes it a dead weight. Kind of a little, sort of little beach here, kind of stop and get a little bit of sand. I'm not going to stop, but right down over the end of the rocks here. I think the wharf's private now, so one time it was public, but I don't think you're allowed on it. Private property. Used to be where we all go fishing as kids and stuff. Yeah, Acadian Sea Plants owns it, yeah. Private property, so it's not government anymore. Not maintained, monitored, blah, blah, blah. So, oh, we can look at it from here. It's an old wharf anyway. I don't know if someday it's gonna have to be torn down. It burnt, geez, when did it burn? Late 70s? Geez, I don't think I was even in high school. What a fire, all that creosote caught fire and burned, and then they replaced it with some sort of green stuff. Well, we know what the green stuff is, but it was green lumber. And I don't know if it's been replaced since then. That's a long time for that lumber to last, but there we go. Kind of concrete on the top. I'm expecting it to cave in anytime. Sure, the engineers are keeping up on it, but geez, not an engineer, but it just doesn't look safe to me. For a vehicle anyway, I might walk on it. We had pulp boats come in from Russia and, I don't know, China, Korea, not sure, but we had a lot of foreign pulpwood boats coming and getting our softwood to take back for paper. I think paper, because it wasn't lumber material, it was logs. 8 foot, 4 foot, 8 foot logs. My great aunt or something, Gladys Thurber, her house would have been right under that overpass here on the left. On the right you can see my mother's field when she owned the place, just over there, the sandbanks. The sandbanks and have clam bakes hang out, the mill pond. Actually, the mill pond silted in quite a bit, yeah. I can see it's changed its structure there. Used to be a lot more water. Things change over the years, well, especially silt running in and stuff, and the wave action. And Yeah, this is the old Weymouth North Library, 1966, 1978. So I remember walking down here. So this was closed when I was 13. Post office until I was born, 65, 1906 to 65. So I was born in 65, and then turned into a library in 1978. I was 13, and the library would have changed to what? Weymouth, down to Weymouth. So let's get across the road, back onto the sidewalk. And again, my mother's house. Moved out, what, 3 years ago? I drove as a kid. No, just joking. This was the main thoroughfare from Halifax to Yarmouth, so I tell you, it did have its times when there'd be less traffic peaks, but what a busy road. You had to have your spider sense tingling all the time. Traffic. Oh, we'll go up the hill a little ways here. It's pretty wide here for bikes, so. A little safer. Weymouth Falls, Ohio, 340. Oh, it says 340 south right over there. So, Weymouth Medical Center, Foodland. There we go. Mainland Fiber. Turn around. Foodland. All right. Well, we'll head back safely. Little tour of Weymouth. Maybe I'll include it all. Who knows? Weymouth Falls would be a nice run. Actually, I don't want to overdo it, but today, like Weymouth Falls, coming down Gates's Lane would be beautiful, and then back the Weymouth Mills Road, and then back out to my mom's place would be nice. I'm just going to take it slow on the crosswalk in case there's people. And cars and bumps. This gives you a better view too than just the road. And then it just suddenly ends right here. Hate to go against traffic, but no traffic. So here we are again. Second time I've probably showed this, depends on how I edit it, but in back of Weymouth again. It was just too nice not to go out for a second tour. Oh, we have a clammer today. Nice warm day for clamming. I didn't like the muck so much. Oh, that was the worst thing, is that fine silt. But yeah, the clams sure were good. I haven't dug any here for a lot of years. And back again here. Alrighty. Well, I guess we'll head back home, which is just up the hill. Oh, actually, I should get down on the wharf. I never thought. That little wharf wasn't there until I left Weymouth. Let's go take a look at it. Watch for vehicles. Away we go. Used to be a garage here. Art Rice owned it many years ago. Long gone. Fill up your vehicle here. So down in here is a new wharf. Never been down here, but let's take a look. Another, perspective of Weymouth. Air Miles Dock. Season, monthly, weekly. Oh, this would have been nice to have a little dock of your own. Wonder, I know it's getting late in the day, but what I should, or late in the video, later in the day, maybe I should get a photo or something here. That'd be awful nice. And the final leg. We're only a few hundred meters away, but oh well, may as well complete the video, I guess. Oh, one more trip, Victoria Avenue. Let's take a trip down Victoria Avenue. What the heck, why not? Sherman Prime's place here had the oil. So this goes down to the train bridge, but I'm not going down. It's too much grass, maybe ticks. Actually, now I'm thinking that I'm here, that we could check the other part of the trail where we were in New Edinburgh, where we ended yesterday on the trip. Should be just down there, just to our right. I'll have to go back. Doing a little exploring now. A little exploring. Could have gone down through there, but I'll go right around. Yeah, Storybook Trail. So, yeah, the train, that's where we went to Digby on the train. Like I said, up here would have been the old foundation for the railway. Up by these trees, just up in right in the front here. Oh, so I don't think it's made for bikes, maybe, hard to say. Oh, nice for kids. Oh, I guess it's made for bikes, just not made for four-wheelers. Weymouth Fur Farming, talking about the minks on the sign back there. Storybook Trail. Well, let's go see what this looks like here. Oh, community play box. Nice for kids. So this would have been the old rail bed along the river. Oh, there's actually storybooks. So yeah, that makes sense. My brother and I. Sam Langford story. Wow, beautiful. Poplar trees up here. Madeline. I'll have to make a clip out of this by itself. Look, a little gazebo, a little playground. Wow. Nice. I like this. Beautiful view. Some blackberries growing here. It looks like it's going to be bountiful this year. And here we are at the end. Now this would be where the trestle or bridge, train trestle, went across to New Edinburgh. We were on the other side yesterday. So let's just go up here. I'll get my bike and camera as close as I can. There we go. Now, I mean, I could go down there or find the roadway down there, but you can see what it looks like here. Wow, low tide. Low tide. So there's a bridge went across here. They used explosives to drop it and then clean it up. It's all basically restored to where it would have been in the early 1800s or before the bridge was put in. But yeah, the train used to go across here. Right through me, almost. Alrighty, so let's get turned around here. Oh yeah, through the grass. It looks like you can go down to the lower level here. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, down this hill. I'm not going to go down. A lot of beautiful views around here. Sam Langford story. One of the greatest boxers ever. Out of Weymouth Falls area. My brother and I, another storybook.